What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're tackling one of the most highly requested recipes that I've had in a long time. It also happens to be one of my favorite things to order when I eat out. If I'm going to an Indian restaurant, I gotta get the buttered chicken. It's one of my favorite dishes. It's absolutely packed with flavor. It comes with a fantastic gravy, which I'm a sucker for, and you're gonna love it at home. But before we get into the recipe, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. First things first, let's take a look at these ingredients. Today we're going with chicken thighs instead of breasts, but you can use either one. We're gonna trim those up in just a moment. We got tons of spices here today, guys. We're going with some smoked paprika. We got some chili powder. We got some cumin. We got some coriander, garam marsala, turmeric. We're going with that basmati rice, which is one of my favorites, perfect for Indian dishes like this one. We got some heavy cream. We got some crushed tomatoes. We got some Greek yogurt. We got some sugar. Gotta have a little garlic and ginger. All right guys, so again, we're going with boneless, skinless chicken thighs today. If you wanna trim some of this excess fat, then be my guest, but fat is flavor. We're gonna render it down a little bit in this curry, so I'm gonna leave most of it on there. But you just wanna do equal size, bite-sized pieces. That's what we're looking for today. So some nice chunks, about like so. If you wanna go with chicken breast, it's a little bit leaner. It also tends to get a little bit drier, so just keep that in mind. But it's not a bad choice.
And this episode is sponsored by Stamps.com. It's amazing how fast time flies, especially if you're a business owner, and that's why it's important to start planning early to make the most of your time. Stamps.com has teamed up with the post office to get you huge mailing and shipping discounts up to 86% off. It's a new year no-brainer for your small business. Print your own postage right from your home or office within minutes of signing up, and never stress about finding the fastest and cheapest shipping solutions. Stamps.com does it for you automatically. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. And that's my favorite part about Stamps.com is the efficiency. If you sell products online, Stamps.com seamlessly connects you with every major marketplace and shopping cart. Start the new year off by saving serious money on mailing and shipping and get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up at Stamps.com/Mr. Make It Happen for a special offer that includes a 4-week free trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts required. Just go to Stamps.com/Mr. Make It Happen.
All right, so for the marinade, we're gonna use about a half cup of this plain Greek yogurt, followed by 2 tablespoons of garlic paste. You can use fresh garlic if you want to. We're also gonna add 1 tablespoon of ginger. Tons of flavor in this one, guys. Quick reminder that all the specific measurements and ingredients for this recipe are listed below. Next up for the seasoning, we're gonna use 1 teaspoon each of chili powder, cumin, and turmeric. Kind of eyeball it, or if you want to measure it out and be super precise, then go right ahead. I'm also going to go in with about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Gonna add a nice smokiness to the situation. If you want to go with regular paprika, that's fine as well. Next, we're going in with 2 teaspoons of garam masala. That's going to give it a little bit more of that authentic flavor profile. And last but not least, I'm going to add a pinch of chicken bouillon powder and a little all-purpose seasoning, or just a little salt and pepper. Get in there and give that a good mix. Make sure everything's combined with that yogurt. Yogurt's going to change into a nice beautiful color for us. We're going to coat our chicken in that. Let that marinate for 2 hours up to overnight. The longer the better, guys. If you got the time, definitely go overnight. You can get away with as little as 30 minutes if you want to, but like I said, the longer the better if you got the time. So in goes the chicken. This is about 1.25 pounds of chicken, roughly, depending on how much you trim. This is enough marinade for probably about 1.5 pounds or so, maybe even up to 2 pounds if you want to stretch it. It's gonna be nice and thick, like me when I eat too much garlic naan with the rice. But just get in there and just really work that into the chicken. Just gonna coat it nicely. gonna give us some great flavor and color. All right, guys, we're using this large, deep, hex-clad pot. You can use a Dutch oven or whatever you got, really. A skillet would even work, cast iron skillet. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of avocado oil, and then we're gonna sear off our chicken. So you wanna be, conscious to make sure that you, separate the chicken, because with this thick marinade, it is gonna kind of stick together a bit. But no big deal, just get in there with your hands and make sure you separate it. We're not gonna overcrowd our skillet. We're gonna develop some nice color here. So we're gonna add about half of this at a time, work in batches. Make sure we get the color we want. We're gonna scoop it out of there, cook the rest. Then we'll add our onions. We want to develop some nice color like you see right here. And we'll flip it over, show the same love and attention to the other side. All right, next we're gonna add in a couple tablespoons of butter along with 1 diced onion. Start to sweat that down, start to release some of that beautiful fond up off the bottom of the skillet. Tons of flavor in there with all those seasonings. Just use your spatula to kind of scrape the bottom, some of those brown bits. If you see anything that's like actually burnt, you can remove it, but a lot of this is just browned and beautiful. That's what you want to see. Anything that's overly burnt, you can get it out of there. Sometimes those spices are going to burn up if they stick a little too much to the skillet. Completely normal. Just make sure you manage your heat. But that's what you want right there. It's smelling amazing in here right now. So once the onions cook down, we're going in with another tablespoon or so of garlic. Quick hit of AP seasoning. Some more ginger. Cumin, the garam marsala, and a little coriander. Give that a mix. It'll start to toast the spices, kind of wake up the flavor a little bit, almost form like a paste. And then we'll go on with our crushed tomatoes that we're going to blend until they're nice and silky smooth. Next, we're going in with 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes. We're going to give that a mix and allow that to simmer a bit. Let all those flavors come together. Then I'm going to break out the hand blender. You can put it in a NutriBullet or a regular blender. Whatever you got is fine. And blend it until it's nice and smooth. All right, guys, I'm going to be a little bit extra here. We're going to break out the stick blender or the hand blender, immersion blender, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna go ahead and blend it in this mixing cup or measuring cup. Make sure it's nice and smooth. We're gonna go ahead and add it back into the pot or the skillet. Bring it up to a simmer. We're gonna add in 1 cup of heavy cream, a couple more tablespoons of butter, pinch of sugar, and we're going to season it to taste. Now at this point you can make it as spicy as you want to, guys. You can add some chili flakes. You can add some red pepper flakes, whatever floats your boat. Cayenne pepper. In goes the heavy cream. And about a tablespoon of sugar. Can't have buttered chicken without the butter, so in goes a little bit more of that. And we're just gonna work this together Let those flavors come together for about 10 minutes on a low simmer. Give it one final taste test, adjust for seasoning. You can add a little bit of salt if you need to. You can add some heat. Whatever it needs, you can go ahead and add it at that point. Beautiful color though, looks like butter chicken to me. And it's smelling good. We're about to get in there for a taste test here in just a second. As you can see, we got a beautiful velvety butter chicken sauce. We're about to add the chicken back to the party. Give that a little bit of time to soak up all that flavor, maybe 10-15 minutes. And then we'll be ready to plate this up with our basmati rice. Now, my friends, we're going back in with all that chicken, any accumulated juices. No flavor left behind on this show. Let that soak up that beautiful sauce that we made, or gravy, whatever you want to call it. And just let that simmer away for a few minutes, and we'll be ready to plate this up. All right, my friends, now it's time to plate this up. This is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. The only thing left to do is to find my fork and get in here for a taste test. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. Only thing missing is the naan bread. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that recipe next. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're tackling one of the most highly packed with flavor. It has where can I stop at?